Hello there, Chef D Malfi here, and welcome to Plant-Based Made Easy. It's been a busy morning, friends, but I got dressed up for y'all. What do you think of my new dress? You like it? You guys, welcome to the show. I'm really excited to be back. It's been a full week since I've been here. As you know, December has been a little lighter for me. I've only gone live on Thursdays, and today I couldn't miss Christmas Eve. I definitely wanted to do this show for you. So if you're here, let me know that you're here. Type your name in the chat box and where you're viewing in from. And if you have questions along the way, please let a sister know. I am happy to help you. And I'd love to talk about how we can make the holidays a little bit more festive and plant-based this year. So today I'm going to be making with you a walnut herb cheese ball. It's so delicious and it's super duper easy to make, of course. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to do is sort of just introduce you to the ingredients. I'm going to bring in my overhead cam. Ta-da! Okay. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to start with some cashews. Now, we all know, if you've been here long enough, that when we're talking about dairy, we have to use some sort of nut replacement. And my favorite nut happens to be a cashew. I happen to love the nuts that come from Almond Cow. This is a company that actually makes the plant milk maker that I adore. You can check out the plant milk maker on any of the previous videos where I've showed you how to make plant milk. It's awesome, but they also sell amazing nuts like cashews, coconut, groats, which are oats that are like complete grain, lots of different high quality ingredients for all your baking and milk making needs. So I'm using cashews. Now I love buying in bulk because you can actually save a lot of money. So this is a 32-ounce bag, and just a few reminders for you. Here's what you're looking for high quality nuts. You really want to look at these labels on the bottom. USDA organic, of course. We absolutely want to make sure that we are eating organic nuts if we can. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but they actually are more nutrient dense, and they're really important for us in order to actually make sure our gut microbiome is super duper healthy. The other thing that I want to mention is that this is glyphosate free. Do you guys see that label here? Super important. We definitely want to enjoy things that are glyphosate residue free. Now that's the herbicide pesticide, also goes by the name of Roundup. It seems benign, but it sure is not. So that will destroy your gut microbiome. So make sure you're getting some high quality nuts. I recommend the Almond Cow. I just want to say hello to everyone that's here. Hello, Kate. Good to see you, sister. Hi, Sharice. Is it snowing in Chicago yet? Auntie Mella, I love that you're here. Thank you. Hi, Cousin Lauren. Oh my gosh, I'm so touched that you're back. Cindy, hello. How are you? Rosie, Merry Christmas. I miss you. Hi, Poppy. I know you're with her. Oh, Auntie Mella, you guys are all watching together. Amazing. And Vincent Lee. If you guys need some good life insurance, go to Vincent Lee. Hi, Vincent. Good to see you. Happy holidays. My sister Ray Ray's on the line. What's up, Adriana? Hi, guys. Gonzalez is. I miss you. Sonia, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Kate, oh my gosh. I love you so much for just being here, you guys. Oh, I'm bringing tears to my eyes. Okay, bring it down. I'm going to have a little sip of water just to relax. Temper. Okay, let's get into this cheese ball, yeah? So when you go plant-based, you might be thinking, I can't have any dairy. Wrong, you absolutely can, and it's really delicious and more nutritious. So here's how we're gonna make our cheese ball. First things first, we're gonna take some of these cashews. Now this recipe does require about half a day to a day, all right? So I had to do stuff ahead of time. I have some cashews here, and I'm just soaking them in water. These have been soaking overnight, and they look great. Now, what I need to do is actually drain these. So bear with me really fast while I get a little colander to drain these out. I think I'll use that, and a nice big bowl. I think I'll use this. Now, it's really important that when you're actually making a cheese ball or any kind of yogurt or things where you're requiring soaked nuts, you want to remove the water. Anybody know why? I've mentioned it before. It actually has to do with that phytic acid inside of the water. That can upset your stomach a bit. So just make sure that you drain your water. And now you can rinse them too, but I don't think it's necessary. You see that just in the colander works fine. Now, you guys, I'm going to use my Super New Vitamix. I'm just going to bring this over so you can see the gorgeous color. Hello. All right. Christmas came early for this sister this year because I needed a new machine and I got it. This one has a food processor and a blender attachment. And so I have my food processor on. You guys, I'm just going to go ahead with my overhead cam so you can see the processor, yeah? All right, so inside here, I'm going to add a few things. First, cashews, drained, right in. You're going to use your S blade for this. That's the standard food processor blade. All right, next I need a little bit of this. This is yellow miso. Now, this is super important for our gut microbiome also, okay? We're gonna keep you super healthy for the holidays. If you're watching, I hope that you are putting your health first because I sure am, and it's super important during this kind of busy and almost sometimes stressful time, right? So I'm gonna open this up. This usually comes with a piece of paper on top. Leave it on when you're not using it. Take it off when you're using it and grab a tablespoon. Throw that right in. Now, I'm also going to use some coconut oil. Now, we need some good fats, you guys. Now, my mom and I have been talking about coconut oil. Just want to tell you really quickly that some people are afraid to enjoy coconut oil because they're afraid of all that saturated fat. Now, let me tell you, saturated fat can be difficult for some bodies, but in moderation, it is all good. Totally gravy, all right? So you can enjoy your saturated fat, and I hope that you're going to enjoy it from the form of coconut as opposed to other things, all right? So today, I'm going to use coconut oil. Yes, it is high saturated fat, but remember, it's okay. And there's two different kinds. So I'm going to use the green label today. This is refined coconut oil. This means all the aroma and the flavor has been removed out. So you can just use that if you don't want any of that cocoa or coconut flavor aroma essence. This is extra virgin coconut oil. And this tends to be a little bit more flavorful in terms of the coconut essence. So I'm going to leave that out for today. I'm going to use the refined version. If you only have extra virgin though, it's okay. No big deal. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get 2 tablespoons. I think I need a longer spoon. Pause. That's why I have these, because they're really good for tasting, but they're great for the end of the jars and things like that. Perfect. Now, this is also going to keep your nut ball kind of moist and delicious. Really important because we want to make sure that it kind of mimics that of, animal milk or normal cow's milk. So we want it to be moist and yummy. We don't want it to be dry. And this is going to make sure that the cheese ball is really delicious and kind of tastes just like regular cheese. Now we want to make it extra cheesy, and some of these ingredients are difficult on their own to be cheesy. So here's my favorite. You all know what this is. Nooch, right? Nutritional yeast, one of the vegan specialties, staples, I should say, of the vegan or plant-based diet. Super important. If you've gone plant-based recently, or if you're vegetarian or trying to be vegan, whatever your lingo is, make sure you're getting some nutritional yeast in your daily diet. This is going to give you all the B12 that you need. And really, it's about a tablespoon a day, keeps the doctor away. So keep that in mind. And I just want like about, I think 2 tablespoons or so, plus or minus. And this is also going to give you that really cheesy flavor. So it's good for the B vitamins and the delicious cheesiness. Now, I also want a clove of garlic, which I have here. And I just need 1 clove. You can use the frozen kind if you want. But I'm going to use the fresh today because that's my business and I can. And I'm going to give it the good Nana whack. So take your chef's knife right here. If you're interested in these, check out my Amazon page. I'm going to just put the knife base right on top of the garlic and give it a whack. Now, when you do that, the skin literally just kind of falls right off. And it's really kind of cool and easy. You don't have to sit there and try to like peel the skin off. I whacked it so hard it flew. All right, so I have my garlic. It goes right in. Yum. All right, next we need a little sea salt, of course, because we must flavor it. And if you're whole food plant-based, you don't do oil, you don't do sugar, you don't do salt, that's okay. Good on ya. I want you to just use your favorite salt substitute, anything. You can use kelp, granulated kelp, like dried seaweed, or any of the other of your favorite salt substitutes, but I'm using sea salt today because I really like it. Now I'm going to just keep it at this, but if you want, you can add about 3 tablespoons of water just to kind of get the mix going. I want to just stop really fast to see, are there any questions? Wow, you guys are talkative today. I love it. Kathy, yes, all of my St. Louis friends are watching. I love you. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys just bringing it. Bring it. All right. All right, I'm going to now go back to the food processor. And this kind of snaps on. I've never had a food processor that snaps on. And I'm going to come back to my overhead. And I'm going to bring this front and center so that you can see it with me. Turn it on. And then give it a mix. Now, this should be nice and creamy. Oh, let's see. There we go. There we go. All right, now let me just turn it on and get this going. It's backward for me, so bear with me. There we go. any point. You can scrape around the sides and you can add water if it isn't actually mixing up. But I'm going to keep going because I think it's good. Okay, this looks awesome. And I think it's totally done and ready. And I can kind of just tell by the way that it looks creamy on the side. So let me just peek in. All right, looking good. Let me just grab my spatula here. And I want to show you the consistency. There's a couple different consistencies for this cheese ball. You can make it a little coarse. You can make it a little creamy. I like it kind of in the middle. Now take a look at that, you guys. Yum, vegan cheese. This looks really good. Now you can see it has some granules. That's great. It's a little coarse. It's a little smooth. It's got, I can see like specks of garlic. That's going to be perfect. If you want this smoother, go ahead and just let it keep running. But this is perfect. Now, here's how you make your cheese ball. This is the fun part. I'm going to go ahead and take a bowl that has, it's probably some type of lid, I think. And I'm going to take a clean, thin dish towel or cheesecloth, whatever you have. Oh, Dee, that doesn't look clean. All right, I'm going to try this. How about this one? I just did laundry. That looks better. I'm going to place it in my bowl. You can see in the overhead cam, cheesecloth works a little better, but I didn't have any, and neither did the supermarket. So here we go. A really thin towel is going to be great. You can also take paper towels. Now, this is how I did mine. 2 paper towels right over or inside the thin towel. And now we just scoop the cheese ball in. Now, the recipe from my December cookbook says that you can actually fold in some fresh herbs. That would be fantastic. But I'm just going to do it this way, and you can roll it in fresh herbs. So however you want to do it, make it your own, as I say. And I'm not going to worry about getting all of it out. Take that blade out, and I can probably get the most of it. Yes, I can. All right, that's good. All right, so I'm just really just scooping it right inside of this. Now, here's the fun part. You want to bring the edges together and then grab it, give it a squeeze, like a really nice big squeeze. And now once it's in kind of like a mold, you can then take your dish towel, and I really want to give it a squeeze now, like super duper. And you can see the water just starts to pour out, okay? You guys can't see because the light is pretty light, but you got it, right? Now this goes into the refrigerator. I'm just gonna like kind of fold it all in, put a top on it. I guess the top's optional. In the fridge, this should just sit and sleep overnight. Christmas morning, you wake up and you're going to have a delicious cheese ball. I'm gonna put this one in my refrigerator. Good thing I made one ahead of time. I have it here. And let's unwrap. You guys see, I used a little rubber band because that's my business. No, these don't belong on my hair. They're just for the kitchen. But I like using rubber bands in the kitchen because it makes it super duper tight. And we want to make sure that we're squeezing it the whole time. So let's reveal the cheese ball. It's beginning to look a lot like, okay, I'm going to just pull the paper off. And now I've taken my time. So this should be, it's going to be smooth. So think of more of like a really kind of soft cheese, but it will have removed most of the water. This looks really great. I think I want a pair of gloves. Bear with me. Let me grab some gloves here because I'm keeping it clean today. I got my dress on. I can't mess up this dress. Come on. I wouldn't know how to wash it with all these bowls. All right, gloves on. Now here is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to roll this in herbs and in some chopped walnuts. Yay. Okay, cool. I love this. This is so fun. I feel like we're having a Christmas party right now, you guys, and I just happen to be demoing some things. All right, so look, gorgeous. That turned out. I'm very happy with that. Okay, this is going to go right here for right now, right there. Look at this. Gorgeous, right? This looks like a beautiful ball just as is. Of course, I can form it a little bit more with my palm and my hands here. However I want, I can split it in two, whatever, but I'm going to keep it really nice and just like this. Kind of looks like cookie dough also, but if you were here, you would smell how cheesy and delicious it really is. Now, I think I want to roll it in some herbs and in some nuts. So I'm going to grab a bowl and I'm going to first take some fresh herbs, okay? So here's the fresh herbs I'm using today. I'm using dill, a little parsley, and a little basil. And you know what I say, you definitely want to store your fresh cut herbs in a mason jar full of water, okay? These herbs are gonna stay fantastic, nice and bright, nice and green for like 6-7 weeks. And the reason being is because you're keeping them hydrated. Think about if you kept yourself as hydrated. All right, so back to the herbs. You wanna just make like a blend, and then I'm just gonna, really just gonna roll it in. You basically don't wanna touch it that much. You wanna just like handle it the least amount. And of course, like I said, you can actually fold the herbs in, but I kind of like them on the outside. Plus, I wanted to show you just how delicious and creamy this looks. And it's a little hard to see how smooth and creamy it looks with all the herbs folded in, because then it just looks green. But how pretty is that? Now, the other thing, I can roll it in some walnuts. And I love this because this is going to add texture. And you know, as chefs, we absolutely need texture because that's what makes it interesting on the palate. So just go ahead and dab this. Oh my gosh, come on. This is super delicious. And I'm going full in with the walnuts, so kind of the whole way. All right, that looks great. Let me clear my decks really quickly. Got a little cheese here. Don't mind me.
I think you have a question.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab my platter first, place it down, and now let me grab my cheese ball. I see that there's a question. I'm going to grab it here in a second. And I'm going to place my cheese ball wherever I want it to sit. Once it lands, you probably don't want to move it after that. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a question from the one and only Roberta Baumgartner, my mom. She says, should you roll it in oil to have your herbs or nuts stick to it? Great question, Mom. Now, I know you wouldn't roll it in oil because you don't use excess oil in your diet, and good on you. But no, I would say for everyone, you don't want to roll it in oil because what it's going to do is it'll create an oil slick around it, and you don't want that. The herbs and the nuts then won't stick. So keep the oil inside the cheese mixture, the cheese ball that we made. Great question, though. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it's pretty on the plate, right, Kate? It's going to be really, really nice with maybe some delicious grapes. Okay, I have to. I didn't have to. Okay, some grapes, right down. Okay, and then how about some, you know what I have? I have these really yummy pistachios that I absolutely love. Just makes it festive and fun. These are garlic pistachios, really yummy. And you know, I always say this, we eat with our eyes first, so it's really important that we fill up the plate. We want it to be so full, and that is really kind of what's going to make it even more appealing. I mean, have you ever seen a cheese board where it kind of looks like there's some holes, right? There's not every part of the board is full, and it kind of looks kind of flat, right? Well, the goal here is you really want it to be as full as possible. Fill it up, make it nice. Make it nice. And I'm going to use a couple different kinds of crackers because that's my business and it's delicious. All right, yum. Now, you know, the only thing I need is a little, I don't know, some type of like cheese knife. I don't have one of those, but here, I'm going to use this instead. I think I have what I need. Perfect. And I like to just serve the knife right inside of the cheese ball. You guys, delish. Take a look at this, will ya? A yummy walnut and herb cheese ball. I made this in a matter of minutes. Obviously, you want to soak your nuts ahead of time, and obviously you want to really kind of remove all the oil in the wrapped cheese and let it sit overnight. But when it's done, how gorgeous is this? And you know what? I want to share this with all my friends and family. I know that you guys now are considered part of my community, and I so wish I could just serve you a little bite. So I think I might. I'm just going to serve you some. Here you guys go. Here you go. Yum. No, okay. I actually have 2 guests in the studio today, and they're my parents. So parents, come on, come and eat this with me. Will you share some cheese ball? With me,
Cheese ball.
cheese ball time.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Say hello, world. This is my mom, and this is my
Yo.
stepdad, Stevie.
Merry Christmas.
Berta and Stevie, everyone. Merry
Hello.
Christmas from our family to yours. Here, Stevie, let me get this out of the way
Okay.
so that you're not blocked. You guys, thank you for coming on today, and I really want you to taste this cheese ball because it's super yummy, and I know that you'll like it, and I know that we're going to actually enjoy it tonight, but let's give you a first taste. Stevie, Mommy.
Oh, first.
Ladies first, thank you for the
Thank
good
you.
reminder.
I'll take the rest.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
All right, before we eat, you know what we do? We love to give our food a little
Yes.
gratitude because we have to. Stevie, you kind of have to like come down a little bit. He's gonna tell. So here you go, from our family to yours. Here we go. Let's give this food a little gratitude.
Merry
Cheers.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Mm.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Mm. Ooh, gee, that is
Love it.
Mm. Good consistency, right?
that's
Delicious.
so creamy, so yummy. Oh my gosh.
Nice. It's creamy.
Mm.
It's herby. Mm. You know, I can taste the cheesiness from the nutritional yeast.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I love
Delicious.
those. Love the herbs. You can taste the herbs in there.
Mm.
Taste the garlic.
Fantastic.
So yummy.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
Thank you,
we'll get
guys.
his treat off the
Okay,
stage.
okay.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
You
I
gotta
love you.
leave?
Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. My parents, y'all. Thank you guys so much. Listen, I wanted to make it festive and fun because this is our final episode of Plant-Based Made Easy this year. And you guys, it has been an amazing year. I'm verklempt. I have just grown this community with you. Thank you for being a part of it. You know, I went plant-based just on April 1st of this year, and you know that I am passionate about it. And I'm so grateful for you because you are helping to bring this passion alive in me and throughout the world. So I love you all so much. Have a happy Christmas, a Merry Christmas, wherever you are in the world. Please come back in the new year, and I will see you then. Peace out. Bye, guys.
Ooh, it didn't